Well, I figured I'd give you a little update video. This was a baby in a previous video, little boy, and I think I'm going to name him Aiden. He just got that look about him. So, if you just watched the previous video, you haven't seen, well, you would have seen Happy Birthday Kate, which is my Caitlin. And there, someone's got new PJs on tonight. And that's Courtney, who is my Rory, with the exclusive green eyes. She's got hair in her face. I said, Mom, you need to cut the corner of my bangs. And then, you would have seen her new sister, which she's got not only twin outfits, but twin strollers. Caitlin's in the monster stroller because she wants to be purple and pink. And these two are in the owl strollers. Tilt her head up a little. There we go. You can see better. And this is Kimmie, which she's wearing the same PJs as her sister. And she's got a little princess headband on. We took her braids out. We just did her box opening this afternoon. And Mom cut her some bangs because she had no bangs. And Masterpiece had cut right here where you couldn't get the bangs. So I'm going to have to cut the bangs a little back, a little farther to get more. I mean, I can get them to fall on the front, but not as much. So right now she kind of just has parted, but at least she has bangs. More bangs. And I'm going to get some sponge curlers. To, you know, 'cause she's had her hair braided since 2008. I mean, she still had the tissue paper on her legs. When I got her, though, she had a mark beside her nose. That's gone. And she had a couple little, like, black pennish marks over here or something. And then, if you remember in the video, on her finger, it was like black lines of marker. And there's only one, this will zoom, tiny little dot there left. See the tiny dot? So, I buy these magic erasers from eBay from China. Sorry, she's still got a few hairs on her. And she has the, but anyways, I get these magic erasers from China. And I bought them in bulk. And they're very cheap. And they come grayish color. My second order came white. They don't work as well, like our US ones. Third order just came in the gray. And, oh my goodness, I think I paid $4 and something for like 100, if not 200, I don't know, it's a lot, for very cheap price and free shipping. So, that's what I used to clean with. And I'm telling you, those things have they took that marker off her. They have fixed other dolls. They took crayon off my paint. That was, they take things out. Like, it's crazy how great they work. So, we're just telling Dad because the other kids are in the nursery. And the nursery is so crowded right now. We actually got Kaylee covered like she's a ghost on my printer right now. So, yeah, she needs to be rechanged, and so I was saying we need to get the nursery reorganized, and that or line up about 12 strollers. So in here, because we have a kitten, I cover the babies that are out. We have my two versions. Well, this is I call her Mei Ling, but she's Adrian Stoltz. She's also, she's Jolly's Adrian Stoltz. And this is the other Jolly by another artist. So I have 3 Asian babies. And this is another Adrian Stoltz baby. So it's 4 babies, and they're still in their Valentines. Mom's got to get caught up here. This is one of my rockin' plays. This is like my reborn station. I have 2 babies in that box. For like a month. I have not even put together. I haven't been feeling well. So, I went to Petco last night and ended up with 2 more betas, and I realized we only had 1 empty tank, but my son had to have 2, so I just ordered another one of those lighted tanks. You can see the 3 there, and then the one in the dish still. I just ordered another light tank, but it's got like these LED lights. So I gotta pick that up at Walmart. Same day, whatever. It's cheaper to do it online. A lot of times your price is cheaper. And just have my boyfriend pick it up after work. Yeah, so I thought this little guy, I don't know if I went to his details video or anything, because I think my hands were full on his box opening. He has very silky hair, great brown eyes, and it's very detailed. Well, it's red right there. Looks like you got a little paper cut, buddy. It's not as red as it's appearing on camera. But I love his little sneakers he came home with. These little Carter's tiny little sneakers. But we do have, oh, look at this. Caitlin's being fussy and kicking off her socks. So, this is one thing. You go to pick up Masterpiece, and a lot of times, or not Masterpiece, just, yes, Masterpiece. I'm thinking 5 different things at the same time. And sometimes their socks will slip off. But one good thing with her is I don't hear the crunching when I move her neck on the belly plate. So it goes to here. But her arms and her legs and her feet are this very, you can see me flexing her fingers, very squishy, or not as squishy as Ashton Drake squishy, but I mean, if you went to Masterpiece, you're not moving those. So these are like a silicone vinyl, and that's what they came out with first with the cloth body. But there's 2 kinds of cloth body with a Masterpiece. I have one, the Maximilian, and he's a cloth body, and he is not a sitter. So if you're thinking about the cloth body, and you don't want them just to be posed like Kaylee standing on a stand all the time, just stiff, like they're always standing up, then you're going to want to go with a sitter, because then you can pose them, sit them, you know, maybe with his doll stand assistance, all that, but she's like having a toddler reborn, is what it's really like. And I was like, do I put a pull-up on her? Do I put a diaper on her? Do I put underwear? Underwear just didn't look right with her body, which Courtney's got underwear on right now, so she's in a 2T, and that was kind of snug, but I could move her arms to get her in now. With the Masterpiece, she has to be in a 3T, and the blanket sleepers, because you can't bend their arm back, you know, like you would maneuver a reborns to fit into something. So, and, but I do have to send one of those babies back, because I have to get the eyes changed. The artist changed her idea and made me customize, not the ones I approved right before she shipped it, and then I saw them and it was not appealing to me. So, here is, she does not have a name yet. So, we're still thinking on that. My boyfriend says you get them in too fast, you don't have time to think about a name. But we have to do a bunch of clothing hauls, but I figured do an update so everybody knew that what she looks like now. And say my boo-boos are all gone. And her legs and stuff are still in the tissue, but it was quite the mess in vacuuming for a while to clean up all the styrofoam that was in there. And then I had to put the kitten in the other room quick because she was trying to eat the styrofoam. But so you'll see her in future videos, and I'm going to try and get her hair to curl under like hers, and I might trim it because her hair, because it was cut to be in the braids, it's not even. It's, you know, it's pointier at some points, and then in the back, it's almost like to a long point in the middle, So it's like they cut it just to go in those braids, you know, to style in the braids and to keep her hair parted, and it just doesn't give you much as versatile as the, but her hair is still silky. I mean, for way back in 2008, I mean, but I see someone else that had her, and then I realized it was that one, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta have her. And she looks so big in her videos, but as you can see next to Rory, she looks a little shorter. But you can carry her on your hip, and she's a little more versatile to move around, and she's a lot lighter, a lot less cumbersome, easier to maneuver. So if someone wanted these, they're hard to find, but you can find some of the soft body, partial vinyl setters. So, but I'd say these are, well, my 3 favorite right now. It's like they don't have a personality until you redress them. So I have to redress Kaylee, and I'm going to have to redress Jasmine. And we might have one. I know we have gonna have one more. And then possibly a second one will be on the way. So I guess we might be at our limit after that, unless I find a really cute boy or another cloth body like her sitter. But my artist friend messaged me today, and I hadn't seen any work in progress pictures on my Saskia, and I was blown away. It was exactly like if she could take a mental picture out of my head to my details what I wanted. Looks just like my son when he was older. But he will be shipping home this week, and so look out for that video. And he's just the cutest cutie patootie, and he's so cute that the artist wants to keep him, and I'm like, sorry, he's mine. I've been waiting since November for him, and he's actually she's having a friend of hers come over that's a professional photographer and photograph him, and he's gonna go on her banner at the doll show and her cards. So, also another baby I got from her, my Gretchen, which is the Noel kit. I was going to buy her, and I was going through some trades with her and some other stuff and buying other babies, and it was too much all at once. It was right before Christmas, and then I messaged her back about it, and it was gone in like minutes. Well, then I seen that the girl that had bought her changed her mind, and I was like, wow. So hold on one second, I'll go grab that baby. Okay, so I'm back. And this is Gretchen, and she's the one that she had shown me in these Christmas outfits and everything. Sorry, I just heard something digging, and it's a big crab in one of the crab habitats that we rescue hermit crabs. Not to get a side note, but you see all these painted shells? These are all the crabs that we've rescued from toxic painted shells in pet stores, and they've molted. Well, as you can see, a big guy moving around in there. There's some moving around in here. Sorry, it's hard to see through with the light like that. But it might give them organic food to eat better than we do. I mean, I freeze them baby food mixed with sesame seed, everything. They have fresh, organic, everything. And they've molted, they've regenerated limbs, everything. And it's been a great learning experience for my son as well. So, my kitten is here. But, so anyways, I seen this girl. I didn't even know who bought her. She has little pierced ears, too. This is making her look orange, but she's not. But her hair is, like, amazingly rooted. So I named her Gretchen, because she looks like kind of like my little Dutch girl. But I seen this girl, and she posted the picture and said she'd just gotten a couple days ago, and she's used to texture painting. She wanted texture painting, and she put it up for sale for half the price that the artist, she just paid the artist. And I jumped on it. I jumped on it immediately, and she shipped her right out to me that day. And she's been here. So, it was a story of her, so I said, I guess she was meant to be. And that's why I named my Jolly, sorry, skip over here, my Jolly, Adrian Stokes. I saw her on someone's YouTube video, and they had it for sale. A year later, my artist friend messaged me, and that's who I was buying during the same time I was looking at this one, and said, oh, I see it. She had it on eBay. And I was like, is that the same doll? And then I looked, and I saw the photo book, and I'm like, wait, that's the same baby. And sure enough, and she didn't know the history of the baby. I guess she had bought it off his eBay herself or something, from the artist or something, or from the seller. But, so that's why I named her Truly. I said she was truly meant to be mine. That, just like I stumbled across Kimmie. I watched Hey There Spooky Face videos and saw her as, I believe she calls her Esme. And I was like, I like how she has her hair though. That's why I did Caitlin's like that. Well, on the top there, but I know the trick was to put the thin little ponytail holders first, and then like the really tiny rubber bands, and then that. And I love she has like this little Punky Brewster kind of look. And I just did hers tonight differently. She had hers in pigtails with the little bobble balls that we used to have in our hair. Well, I did. I'm 42 when I was a little girl. So I still haven't found her style. So tonight I was having problems styling, and I was like, she's had her hair in 2 braids forever, so just let it relax. I put some conditioning in it, and I just gotten this bridal headband. It's not showing the diamonds in it, from China. Yes, I buy a lot of stuff from China on eBay. And so I put that in her hair. But this video is getting long. I see it's 17:17. Luna, you're supposed to be on your tower, not the glass TV stand. You gonna watch TV that way? So, Mom, she's gotten so big. She named her Sheba. I want to name her Mystic and everything, but they named her Luna. She says, oh yeah, I love all my cat toys from China too. Especially this big wiry one, which she will jump very high. Oh, Luna. See the lights in my eyes. It's making my green eyes yellow. I just ordered her a pink paw print with her name and everything, in case she gets curious enough to get out. Well, we've had her about a month and a half, and she's doubled in size. She eats quite a bit. She's a spoiled baby. Her treat at night is she hears wrappers crinkle. She knows I'm opening refrigerated Lindt white chocolate truffles, and she wants a piece. Oh yes, this cat is rather have that, and I tested it out in front of my boyfriend. I said, watch. She was eating Meow Mix pate and pate toppers, wet food. I just put it down, and she's like devouring it. And she saw me, and I dropped a piece. I called her to me, and he could not believe that she ran for the candy versus wet salmon cat food, like with shredded tuna and everything on it. And I said, see, are you trying to play with the toys with your head, Luna? Your mama girl, you're purring. She's so sleek and soft. She's the best kitten. She was like trained when we got her, I tell you. She fit right in. So there's the 3 of the big girls. So I just wanted to do an update that if anybody saw the video earlier this afternoon, that she's all better now. Except for the seller was a little rude. I messaged her, and because I'd asked her in the auction, I thought I saw a little dot near her nose, and she says, oh no, it's just shadows. So I said, okay, and I did, and I won, and I get her home. She's saying, I said, you know, it was nice about it. I said, I don't know if you have grandchildren, but there was other marks on her, and, you know, just showed her pictures before I tried to fix her or anything. And I said, I don't know if you would be gracious enough, because it wasn't in the description or anything. Because this is before I even fixed her. I didn't know if I could fix her or anything. If you would give me maybe a little partial gratuity, you know, tiny discount or something, partial refund, whatever. And so I've done that before, you know. Instead of going through the trouble, she's like, no, send her back, pack her up immediately, on and on and on. And I'm thinking, she's like, I'll pay shipping both ways and your initial shipping and everything, and I'll just keep her. And I'm like, you want to waste throw that money out, but you couldn't give me that or less than that as a partial refund? And just say, oh, sorry, I never noticed the marks. That's what she claimed. So I was like, okay, but the one on the finger, you could see, that was blatant. But, I mean, that was like someone took a Sharpie marker and did a scribble. So, which, I don't know what it was, but it came off, thankfully. But I mean, just to say, oh, Jace, I'm sorry. And I said, so I showed her pictures and said, I'm sorry, she's already been changed. I already took her hair down. I'm not sending her back. I've looked for this doll. I want this doll. And it's like, no, she's my doll now, and I'm not sure if I want to leave her positive feedback, because I think I might do neutral. I'm not going to do negative, but I think I might do neutral. Just, you know, and I don't do even neutral very lightly. I try and work with a seller. I want someone to do that with me. So I just think her attitude was all wrong, and she sells a lot of dolls and stuff, so. And if anybody starts getting upset or worried, it's not Herbie's, it's not Comfy Baby, it's not one of the big names. It was just, she sells different dolls, and she just happened to have a masterpiece or whatever in her own collection she was selling. So this wasn't one of our big retailers, so don't get upset. I mean, Herbie's is great, Comfy Baby's is great. I had an issue with both dolls, with both sellers. When I first got Rory, she had many defects. Her eyelashes messed up, blue dots on the finger, digs on her body, everything that's a brand new doll. And she exchanged it, sent the pre-label, everything, checked the doll before she sent the second one. Everything was great. Wonderful lady. Herbie's, we just had the issue on Amazon, and she's like, well, if it's just schooling the wig, you can choose to fix it. And then we realized there was more digs on the body and everything. So she's like, no, send her right back. And she even offered to refund, because how Amazon works, you have to pay shipping, but going through UPS, it was cheaper, thank God, than USPS. And, you know, she's going to reimburse even her shipping. She asked how much it was, everything, and I give the tracking. And, you know, she's been gracious to talk to us which doll we wanted instead, you know, what we're going to order next, because I couldn't get that one, because I had just bought 2 other ones from her. And then I talked to her about, Jasmine had 2 tiny dots, but she offered to exchange, or, you know, or whatever, but I'm not going to go through all that for 2 tiny dots, where Melody had severe defects. So, anyways, so this is enough rambling, and we're at 23 minutes. It's probably going to take me 2 days to upload this, and it's after midnight, and I have to be up at 6 a.m., so I'm going to say goodnight, and hopefully I get that other baby assembled so y'all can see them. Well, the head's got to go back, because I just got to change the eyes. But, oh, and I have the twin A that you saw. I have a twin B, so be looking for 3 new reborns, and maybe, well, at least 1, maybe 2 masterpieces. So I can't reveal what the other masterpiece is going to be. So, alright, and Gretchen over there on the couch says goodnight and wants to go back in her crib. And Aiden says goodnight. And Mommy hasn't picked a name yet, but she's still debating about Delaney. And Courtney and Caitlin all say goodnight. And even Luna from her kitty bed. Good night, all. Dolly hugs.